In a world full of noise, outrage, and division, the words of Jesus echo more urgently than ever. We live in a time where voices clash like cymbals, loud and often harsh. Opinions fly like arrows, sometimes before we even know the target. It seems everyone has something to say, a side to pick, a judgment to make. The air is thick with disagreement, and the quiet spaces where understanding might grow are hard to find. This constant clamor can leave us feeling weary, can make our hearts heavy with the weight of it all. We long for something different, a gentler way. It is so easy, isn't it, to point a finger? We see something we don't like, something we don't understand, and a judgment forms almost instantly. Perhaps it's a post on social media, a headline in the news, or even the way someone dresses or speaks. Our minds quickly categorize, quickly decide, often without all the facts, often without a moment of pause. We become judges in our own small courts, handing down verdicts without a trial. This habit, so deeply ingrained, builds walls between us. It separates neighbor from neighbor, friend from friend, and sometimes even family from family. Jesus, in his profound wisdom, showed us a different way to live. He spoke of a kingdom built not on judgment but on love. Jesus saw the human heart. He understood our tendency to find fault in others while ignoring our own. In Matthew 7 verses 1 through 5, he gives us a clear and direct command. Judge not, he says, that you be not judged. These are powerful words, a gentle yet firm caution. He continues, for with the judgment you pronounce you will be judged, and with the measure you use it will be measured to you. What we send out into the world has a way of coming back to us. If we sow judgment, we will reap a harvest of the same. Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye? He asks, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye. We are quick to spot the smallest flaw in someone else, the minor mistake, the slight imperfection. But we often remain blissfully unaware of our own much larger failings, our own significant blind spots. Jesus tells us to deal with our own log first. Sometimes people misunderstand Jesus' words about not judging. They think it means we should never discern, never make assessments. But then we read John 7, verse 24, where Jesus says, do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment. It's not that all judgment is wrong, but that superficial, appearance-based judgment certainly is. He calls us to something deeper, something more thoughtful. He asks us to look beyond the surface, beyond what our eyes first tell us, and to seek a truer understanding. Right judgment is not about condemnation. It's about discernment. It's about seeing things as they truly are, not just as they appear to be. This requires patience. Section 4. Hearts open wide. Empathy in our everyday lives. Think about the misunderstandings that happen every day, perhaps between friends or family members. A comment is taken the wrong way. An action is misinterpreted. Suddenly there's distance, there's hurt. Often these rifts begin with a quick judgment, a failure to ask, what did you mean by that? Or can you help me understand? Empathy in these moments means giving the other person the benefit of the doubt, assuming good intentions until proven otherwise, and listening more than we speak. This need for empathy extends dramatically into the wider world, especially in areas like politics. It's so easy to see the other side as completely wrong, even as an enemy. We paint them with broad strokes, fueled by media narratives and online echo chambers. Judgment becomes a weapon, and division deepens. But what if we tried to understand the concerns, the fears, the values that drive people to hold different political views? This doesn't mean abandoning our own convictions. It means recognizing the humanity in those with whom we disagree, seeking common ground where it exists, and engaging with respect. Social media can often feel like a battlefield for judgment. Section 5. The path to peace. Choosing love over condemnation. Moments of reconciliation are some of the most beautiful experiences in human life. Think of a family feud that finally ends with hugs and tears of relief. Consider estranged friends who find their way back to each other, their bond strengthened by the trial. These moments are precious because they represent a victory of love over pride, of understanding over judgment, of forgiveness over bitterness. They show us what is possible when we choose connection over condemnation. Each act of reconciliation, no matter how small, sends ripples of healing into a fractured world, reminding us that broken things can indeed be mended. At the very heart of Jesus' message is an unwavering call to love. Love God. and love your neighbor as yourself. This is the foundation, the core principle that should guide all our interactions.